I normally don't make videos like this, but I felt like trying something new. Um, just for shits and giggles mainly. I don't know. Whatever, right? Anyway, so yeah, I used to work in a warehouse and I worked in a warehouse for about 1.5 years. And I gotta say, that was like probably the craziest fucking job I've ever had. And also probably the most miserable, but also most fun at the same time, which I'll get into. But warehouse jobs like they kind of got a reputation of just being like a bunch of low skilled workers and degens pulled together, driving forklifts around and moving fucking boxes, right? That's like your average warehouse. And I'm fresh out of high school and I need a job like now because I need money. And yeah, obviously, right? So I land this job here and I just quit about like a month ago now and I'm doing electrical apprenticeship now, which is way fucking better. Way better. I'm actually learning real skills that'll get me probably far in life, right? And the thing about warehouses, like that job where I worked at this specific warehouse, I've never worked with the people I worked with there like any other fucking place. And one thing you gotta know about warehouses is you're gonna be working with a lot of fucking idiots, right? Because that's who they tend to hire. They come and go. Like, I was there for a year and a half, right? And hold on, let me take a sip of my drink. I need a drink. It's fucking pretty good. The fuck was I gonna say? Yeah, so you work with a lot of fucking idiots, right? So I was there for a year and a half, and they tend to come and go a lot because they're either shit at their job, fuck something up, lose their money, or lose money for the company, and just get thrown out of there, and then a new one replaces them. It's like an endless cycle of fucking like honestly, like a warehouse should be the 10th circle of Dante's Inferno, in my opinion, because there's not many workplaces like a warehouse. And yeah, honestly, that's one of the reasons why I was miserable not so long after I started, is because everyone around me that I worked with, almost everyone, made my fucking job like 5 times harder than it needed to be. Just like because in my department I was doing part inventory stuff, so I had to keep track of that shit, right? And salespeople and everyone else almost, excuse me, Jesus Christ, would like, you know, like shit would go missing or stuff's not accurate to the size or whatever, like the size in the system or whatever, the amounts or the length. Yeah, it was an electrical wholesaler I worked at. So I was in the wire department and I would deal with cable, and manage that entire department. Whether it was customers coming in to buy some or going to another branch or whatever, another company, and blah, 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 that shit. And a lot of the time, the salespeople would just fucking. They would literally, even like with the parts, bro, like shit would just go missing all the time. And it was my job to go fucking find it half the time, right? Whether it was mostly the cable, but they would fucking just cut random shit that they didn't even know what the fuck they were doing half the time, using half of their brain. Just walking around like a zombie. Oh, this seems like it's right. I'm gonna cut it and just give it to the customer, and then they come back, got a piece, gotta fix it in our system, blah blah blah, shit like that. So I was really miserable doing that almost on the daily. Like half of my job at a warehouse, since like, I would say I'm pretty like I would say I'm a smart guy, but it's working with these guys, bro. Like they would just make my job fucking 10 times harder than it needs to be. So, one of the other things is, my raises were fucking dog shit, dude. I only ever got one at the place I was at. But so I was there for a year and a half, right? Guess how much my raise was? 30 cents. 30 cents, ladies and gentlemen. 30 fucking cents. I went from, the fuck was it? It was like 1960 something to 1990 something. And there was other fucking idiots that they're hiring that were starting there, and I heard a word go around that they're making, like, starting at fucking like 22 or 21 or whatever the fuck it was. It was something like that, bro. And I was just getting ripped off because I thought I was doing a pretty good job for the most part, which I was. I was very well liked around that place, because I did my job. I went above and beyond for a lot of things because, Anyway, yeah, the raise, bro, like, it was not worth. I just thought, that's part of the reason why I left, is not just because I was miserable, because I thought I was also just worth more. I was just better than that. Like, 30 fucking cents. Get the fuck out of here, bro. What the fuck am I going to do for an extra 30 cents every hour, bro? That shit out of here. Now, the next thing that I was going to talk about is bad management. Really bad. Now, here's the thing, right? So I had a very chill manager, she was very lenient. A lot of stuff. She was like, I don't care what you do as long as you get your work done. I was like, okay, sounds good. So I could be on my phone like half the time, or like whatever. I could talk with people and not be like yelled at to get back to work, as long as everything was like done. So I was like, that's fair. I'll take that. This is kind of like fucking high school now, but yeah, whatever. Right, I'll take it. But the thing is, with chill managers, they tend to be also bad managers. So the thing with bad managers, right? So one big thing, we had forklifts. Obviously, it's a fucking warehouse. And sorry, I'm drinking a fucking energy drink. It's making me burp. So one of the forklifts, one time, to my memory, was down for 2 fucking months. 2 months it was out of order. So it took the management to get someone to repair the forklift. It took them 2 fucking months to get someone. So we were down. We had to like share. I mean, we still did, but it was like even more now, because we're down 1. There's times when we were down 2, and there's only like 4 in the entire building, like sit down, and then we had the reach trucks. We had a few of those, but those were actually pretty good. They worked most of the time, but very in rough condition. Sorry. Yeah. So that obviously fucking pissed me off because it made my job slower. Oh, I gotta go get something out in the yard, or up high somewhere, or whatever. But, receiving's fucking hogging them because they're unloading trucks all fucking day, right? And I have to, like... Dude, it's like a... Dude. it was so stupid. Because I would just be, like, standing there because I have nothing else to do. And I'm waiting to do this one thing where I need the forklift because you guys can't fucking fix the other one. Dude, it was so bad. And... they would fire. I've only witnessed one person get fired there my entire time there, and there was other people there that should have been gone before I even fucking started. So, dude, it was like they were scared, to fire people, which I thought was really stupid. I'm like, oh, we'll give him another chance. That happened every fucking month, by the way. Oh, he's got you know, he's not financially stable. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I know, like, that's like, I mean, like, I do, but like, bro, he's making my job fucking harder. And like, why the fuck is he here? Why is he making the same wage as me? You know, like, that was just stupid as fuck. Um, and for all I know, they're still fucking there. You know, I'm out. Like I said, I'm long gone from there now. It's been about a month since I left, and I don't miss it one bit. I only had like a few chill coworkers there, and only one of them was no. Out of all of them that were chill, pretty much were like, except for one, because the other ones were my friends that I got hired there, pretty much. Right. Which the nice thing about that, at least at my job at warehouse, is very corporate, right? And it's owned by a fucking multi-billion-dollar company. So if you reference someone and they get hired, you get a fucking, what was it, $1,500, $1,200 bonus? Yeah, something around there. So that was cool. I did get that. It took them like 6 months to get me the money since the person was hired, which was fucking ridiculous. But whatever, I got it now. I don't care. That's over with. One thing I haven't really heard a lot of people talk about warehouses. I mean, not a lot of people talk about warehouses in the fucking first place because they're just such a cesspool of fucking idiots who don't know how to do their job. What's so nice to talk about that, right? Hey, that's pretty iconic. That's what I'm talking about right fucking now. Anyway, dude, the dust in these buildings is unbearable. I would be thirsty every like 5 minutes. I would go get water because it would just fill my mouth, fill my nose. I would wipe my nose at the end of the day, and the tissue would be black of just soot. That'd be sitting from all these boxes coming from all over the world, just covered in fucking foreign dust. That probably has like some sort of fucking disease in it. But yeah, dude, it was, you could literally like, if I would stomp with my steel-toed boot on the ground, there'd be like a cloud, like a little black cloud of dust. Like I'm like fucking, I don't know. There's just some, but the dust there, I gotta say, was like really bad, especially in the summertime. You know, when it's a little like warmer, obviously. It would be worse because that mixed with the heat on your face, bro. You're just sweating and your like face looks like you're a fucking little boy who was a coal miner in West Virginia in the 60s, you know, or whatever. That's how I would look like at the end of the day. And literally, I would like take a tissue, just wipe my fucking face, and it'd just be black. It's black dust. Dude. Oh my god, it was bad. And one other thing, obviously, it's a repetitive ass job. So, the one thing I really did not like about it is the repetitiveness. Showing up to the same fucking location every day, doing the same shit, same problems, dealing with the same people, got old very quickly. Obviously, right? Yeah. And I don't like jobs like that. Unless, like, maybe it's something that I'm actually, like, really into. That's kind of like, you know, what's the word? I don't know, whatever. Who gives a fuck? But, yeah, like, that was what was miserable about it. I just felt flat, you know? I started to feel flat and dull there. And, gotta be honest, I was pretty miserable. Like, maybe the first 6 months it wasn't as bad, but after that, dude, it was... I fucking dreaded that shit. I did not want to be there at all. Like, there were times I was just like, you know what? What if I just fucking get in a car accident so I don't have to go to work today? Like, not like a bad one, but like, oh, I just have an excuse, or just I would like, it's like, oh, what if this happens, bro? Like, and I just wouldn't have to go to work for the rest of the week. That'd be kind of chill, you know? And I'm being for real. Like, that was the most miserable fucking job I've ever had. And there was this one coworker that I had who was very unique. Your average, like, just he was just like the stereotypical low skilled fucking warehouse worker who's had been at fucking 30 other warehouses in his past life, you know? And he was in his mid 30s, I guess, somewhere around there. Every day, this guy would show up to work smelling like a fucking trash can that got pissed on by R. Kelly, you know? Just absolutely fucking revolting. And it was one guy. One guy, okay? Like, this guy actually admitted to me, told me, he was just like, I'm like, dude, do you fucking shower? He's like, oh, well, yesterday I didn't really have time to shower. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, this guy actually doesn't shower every day. And don't get me wrong, this guy that I am talking about is lower income, but bro, we do not live in medieval times. This is like, you can do better, okay? He wouldn't cut his fingernails. They'd be long as fuck, fucking dirt filled to the brim under them. Like, it would be like a fucking, like, it looked like Krampus's crackhead cousin, if that ever existed. You know what I'm talking about? Like, some, like, just egregious shit. He's balding with a fucking cul-de-sac hairline. I'm not trying to talk too much shit here, but I gotta let out the rant, because this guy was actually so shit at his job, thinking he was a great fucking employee. I just gotta get this off my chest. I am pissed off even talking about it right now, dude. And, dude. He told me, he's like, well, a lot of people think I look 24. I'm like, who fucking told you that? You're like, who? Nobody said that. Maybe when you were 24. Maybe when you're 24, you look your age right now, because right now you look 10 years older than you do. Holy fuck, dude. This guy actually pisses me off so much. And everybody knew he stunk. Everybody talked about it, you know? And he wasn't the most, like, aware guy. He wouldn't really pick up on it. Like, we would be 30 feet away in the corner, visible. You know, it's a big-ass building. You could probably fucking hear us talking shit about him. And he would just walk by and look and then keep walking and never bring it up to anybody, you know? Hold on. And it got so bad to the point where management there literally put up signs around the fucking warehouse just for this one guy, but they made it look like it was just a fucking corporate policy, right? Which it is. It still is, but they made it more broad, like that it was policy just for this guy, and he still ignored it. It was like, oh, please show up to work, like, sanitized and whatever, just have good hygiene, whatever, right? Shit like that. And bro, they even put up little, like, the little trees, like air fresheners on the forklifts and just around the shipping receiving area, because when you walked by, he had a different kind of aura, bro. Not the good one. The green one with flies, okay? Dude. And he told me, I'm kind of just going everywhere here, but he did tell me that he doesn't wear deodorant either. And his teeth, he looks like a fucking pirate, dude. Like, his teeth were just rotten, and, like, I'm not even, this is the worst person I've ever fucking worked with in my entire life, dude. Holy shit. Teeth rotting, his eyes are bugged out, dark circles, ate fast food every day, complained about how expensive it was, and he didn't have any money. And, dude, well, you buy fast food every day on fucking DoorDash. What do you expect? You're not going to have any fucking money, and you're working a minimum wage job or whatever else, right? Like, oh my God, dude. This guy is just insufferable to work with and be around. Holy fuck. Dude, it was so bad. And this guy would just, you know, he would show me fucking Asmongold clips and, like, tell me that the clouds weren't real and we live in a simulation. He's like, oh, he was obsessed with AI and shit, bro. Like he would like, oh, like the AIs are conscious, you know. He was like talking about like some bullshit like that. I'm like, okay, man, like, okay, get the fuck away from me before I sock you in the face, buddy. And he would have the worst takes ever. I don't remember exactly what they were because it was every fucking day. Just saying, like, bro, bro, like, how do you? Who even has this opinion? Like, nobody. He was unique that way. Where I've never heard anybody have opinions like this fucking guy. He would shit on everything that me and my coworker, my other immediate coworker, liked. He was actually chill ass guy, chill dude, great guy. But just shit on everything that we talked about that we liked. You know, we would just have a conversation. You'd come over, he'd be like, "Oh, that's so shit. Oh, you guys, this new generation, blah, 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 blah. Fucking everything nowadays is just shit." He'd come over here and be like, "Oh fuck," just talking to nasty ass voice, bro. You would think this guy's homeless once you see him clock out and walk down the street. You would think he's a harmless guy, and then he didn't just clock off work. You know what I mean? Oh my god, dude. I could go more into detail about this, but it's kind of dragging. But, dude. Okay, we're done talking about that. So the pros, I would say, are, you know, the chill management. Forklifts are fun. We got a lot of breaks. You know, 2 15s and unpaid lunch. Paid 15s. Paid 2 paid 15s and an unpaid lunch, which was 30 minutes. And the job's fairly simple if you're not a complete inept fucking idiot. You know what I mean? It was an easy job. Easy jobs tend to be fucking miserable, in my opinion. For the most part. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. That's my warehouse experience, and I hope I never land in one again. Do I think it's a good starting job right out of high school? Honestly, yeah. Yeah, you'll learn a lot about the world, you know? About like just like other people, bro. Like you'll just like learn about how fucked other people's lives are. Like this shit is real, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, peace out.